Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video like up. Hope Valley is stirring once more, and this time, it's not just the gentle winds across the meadows or the clang of Lee's hammer against his workshop bench. No, this time the excitement is deeper, richer, and far more emotional than ever before. The beloved Hallmark series When Calls the Heart has officially embarked on the journey toward season 13. And every signal from the stars and creators suggests that this chapter may be one of the most transformative the town has ever seen. When season 12 concluded in March 2025, fans were left with hearts full of questions and hope. What lies ahead for Elizabeth Thatcher as she continues navigating motherhood and second chances at love? Will Nathan Grant finally find the peace he's been chasing, now that the shadows of the past have faded? What role will Allie play as she grows from a curious girl into a strong young woman finding her own path? All of these questions have one thing in common. The answer is coming, and it's being filmed right now. The big reveal came not through a flashy press release, but through a quiet, heartfelt moment. Erin Krakow, the soul of the series, took to social media in early July 2025 to share a tender behind-the-scenes moment. Dressed as Elizabeth with Highland Goodrich Little Jack, Kata, Lily Miller Allie, and Kevin McGarry Nathan by her side, she captioned the photo simply, "We got homesick, filming season 13. It wasn't just an announcement, it was an embrace. A love letter to Hearties across the world who had been waiting for the magic to begin again. And begin it has. Filming is now officially underway for season 13. The cast has returned to the picturesque Hope Valley set, which is really the heritage town of Jamestown, British Columbia. The schoolhouse, the mercantile, the row of humble homes there. Alive again, filled with laughter, script rehearsals, and the unmistakable air of legacy continuing. After over a decade on air, When Calls the Heart isn't slowing down, it's digging deeper. What makes this new season so distinct, so intriguing, is how it balances the nostalgia fans crave with a bold step forward. We know from the ending of season 12 that little Jack's diagnosis of diabetes will become a central theme in season 13. But it's not just about a medical condition, it's about love, sacrifice, and the unbreakable bond between a mother and her child. Elizabeth, already a portrait of grace under pressure, will be faced with decisions that may take her outside Hope Valley, perhaps even to Cape Fullerton, where medical resources and potential new challenges await. This creates fertile ground for not just emotional growth, but new character dynamics. Nathan, who has stood by Elizabeth with quiet strength, is now stepping into a fuller role, not just as little Jack's protector, but as a man deeply entwined in the lives of those he loves. And with Elizabeth potentially needing to divide her time between towns, how will Nathan adapt? What happens to their still blossoming relationship when miles separate them? Or will he follow her? Meanwhile, Allie is becoming a young woman before our eyes. The teenager who once caused Nathan headaches is now a young lady exploring identity, ambition, and perhaps even first love. The introduction of Oliver Garrett late last season was no accident. Their interactions will likely bloom into a central subplot, hopeful, awkward, tender. It will mirror the show's earliest roots, first meetings, new possibilities, and unexpected lessons, while the romantic entanglements and family sagas form the emotional backbone. Season 13 is also expected to shine light on characters who have remained on the periphery in recent arcs. Minnie Canfield's story, for instance, remains undertold. A woman of quiet power and deep roots, Minnie stands poised for a storyline that reflects the social and cultural shifts in Hope Valley. Her voice may grow louder this season, and her impact more meaningful. And then there's the mystery. Not every season of When Calls the Heart needs a puzzle, but when it has one, it's always a compelling ride. There have been subtle hints, Charlotte. Thornton's letter, the mention of a medical research center in Cape Fullerton, and murmurs of opportunities beyond the valley. These fragments suggest that Season 13 won't stay confined to one place. It might span regions, ideas, even morality. What is best for a family may not always be what's best for a relationship. These are the types of questions this show thrives on. Speaking of Charlotte, Thornton, her presence was felt even in her absence. Played by the ever-powerful Brooke Shields, Charlotte has the charisma and depth to shift the tone of any episode. Her mention in the Season 12 finale has led many fans to speculate that her return is not only possible, but likely. With Elizabeth heading to Cape Fullerton for little Jack's treatment and Charlotte stationed nearby, a reunion is not far-fetched. Could Charlotte play a key role in healing more than just Jack? Could she help Elizabeth rediscover her own purpose outside, teaching and mothering? Fans are already buzzing with theories. Some believe Charlotte will become a mentor figure to Elizabeth again. Others think she may even clash with Nathan, igniting tension that forces growth on all sides. No matter what unfolds, one thing is clear: Brooke Shields' potential return would be a triumph for storytelling and a gift to the audience. The show's creators remain tight-lipped about any new characters. But leaks suggest that casting calls were held for two younger male characters, one a city-based doctor, the other a quiet farmhand with a mysterious past. These additions, if real, could add fascinating tension. Old-world charm meets modern knowledge. Tradition collides with progress. Perhaps one of them will find himself caught in Allie's orbiter, maybe even May's. Oh, yes, May Sue. The gentle healer has had a complex journey both in and out of Lucas's storyline. But now, with Lucas's heart seemingly in recovery and May standing on her own, Season 13 offers a chance to reintroduce her as her own woman. She could become more involved in town leadership or even mentor Faith, creating an empowering female duo balancing medical challenges with emotional support systems. Don't forget about the Coulters either. Rosemary and Lee's story of late parenthood has inspired viewers across generations. Baby Goldie, now a curious toddler, is likely to cause as much mischief as she does joy. Season 13 will probably explore how parenthood changes their ambitions, work-life balance, and marital dynamics. With Lee's newspaper, The Valley Voice, gaining prominence and Rosemary's influence rising, they may become a central force in the town's future. And what about Lucas Bouchard? The former governor still wears a cloak of mystery. Will he be involved in larger political matters now, or will his journey take him inward, searching for redemption, purpose, or even a second chance at love? Rumors swirl that Lucas may be instrumental in building a medical facility closer to Hope Valley, tying him back into Elizabeth's story without necessarily rekindling romance. We must also mention the beloved side characters who bring humor, texture, and warmth. Florence and Molly continue to be the heartbeat of the town's gossip and wisdom. Ned's inventions are always just a little too ambitious, and Mike Hickham's leadership may face real tests. These threads often act as moral lessons wrapped in lighthearted packaging, and fans wouldn't have it any other way. As for the timeline, though, Hallmark hasn't confirmed a premiere date. The tradition of spring releases suggests a likely window between February and April 2026, with filming beginning in July 2025. That gives post-production ample time, too. Polish each frame, each snow-dusted scene, each heartfelt goodbye and hopeful beginning. The energy on set is vibrant. Behind the scenes, the cast has been sharing laughter, warmth, and deep gratitude. It's more than just a show, it's a family. One that welcomes the viewer with every episode and grows right along with them. Erin Krakow's leadership continues to shine, not just as the face of Elizabeth, but as a producer and visionary for the show's future. Her influence is evident in the tone, the focus on growth, and the elevation of complex, layered storytelling. Fans, lovingly dubbed Hearties, are already planning ahead. Social media fan pages are abuzz, speculating about episode titles, sharing favorite moments, and even organizing watch parties for when season 13 eventually returns. The beauty of When Calls the Heart is that it doesn't just live on a screen. It lives in hearts, homes, and communities across the world. As we look ahead to season 13, it becomes clear that this is not just another chapter. It's a turning point. It's about building hope after heartbreak, forging new identities, and trusting that love in all its forms will always lead us home. Whether Elizabeth walks the shores of Cape Fullerton or watches little Jack run through the fields of Hope Valley, her journey will reflect the same spirit that's guided the show from the beginning: courage, compassion, community. Season 13 will be many things: romantic, surprising, nostalgic, and maybe even a little tearful. But above all, it will remind us why we came to Hope Valley in the first place: for love, for belonging, and for the beautiful truth that no matter how far we roam, there's always a light on in Hope Valley, waiting to guide us back. So buckle. In Hearties, the next chapter is filming now. And from everything we've seen, it will be worth the wait.